Hello, my dear students. I am Sunira from Department of Physics, Government College, Madapalli. In this lecture, we will learn about representation of numbers. This is part of 5th semester BSc Physics syllabus of University of Calicut, part of electronics paper. So, first of all, we have to learn about how to represent a number. Here, a processor is characterized by the number of bits it can process at a time. We already learned in our previous lecture that processors are characterized by the number of bits it can process at a time. So we call it as 8-bit microprocessor, 16-bit microprocessor or 32-bit microprocessor, etc. So in this case, suppose our processor has a capacity of 8 bits. That means it can simultaneously operates using 8-bit data. In this case, how many numbers we can represent using these 8 bits? As all of you know, we learned that if there are n bits, 2 raised to n minus 1 numbers can represent. So 2 raised to 8 minus 1. That means 255. So in the case of an 8-bit processor, it can represent 0 to 255 numbers. In this case, 0 is represented by using 8 bits of zeros and 255 by 8 bits of ones. Now, these integers, these numbers can be positive or negative. In that case, what we have to do? Till this time, we discussed only about the numbers, unsigned numbers. We never mention it either as positive number or as negative number. But we know that all the arithmetic needs negative numbers and positive numbers. So we have to find out some way to represent the positive numbers and the negative numbers in the binary system. Now, one of the method to represent these positive and negative numbers are called signed numbers. That means, as usual in the decimal system, we put a plus sign on the left of the number to represent a positive number and a minus sign to represent a negative number, just like a plus sign and a minus sign. Okay, so this mode of representation is called sign magnitude representation. The leftmost symbol used to represent the sign and the remaining part the magnitude of the number. For example, here you can see plus 23. The leftmost symbol is plus. This symbol represents the positive number. At the same time, the next number, in the case of minus 36, minus symbol is the leftmost one. So, this is a negative number. Here, plus 100. Here, the leftmost symbol is plus. So, this is a positive number. Now we can think about signed binary numbers. How can represent how can we represent signed binary numbers? We have only zeros and ones. All of you learned that in the binary number system we have only 0 and 1. Different combinations of zeros and ones do what we want to do in using these digital devices. Okay, so for representing positive and negative sign also, we have only these zeros and ones. Now, a single bit is used to represent the sign of the binary number. The most significant bit is used as the sign bit. That means, as we see in our previous slide, the leftmost symbol. In this case, it is a bit which is either 0 or 1. So, the leftmost bit, which is known as most significant bit. This bit represents the sign of the number. The remaining bits in the number represent its value or magnitude. Now, if the leftmost number, the most significant bit is 0, the binary number is positive. If the MSB or the leftmost bit is 1, the number is negative. So, in the case of an n-bit number, one bit is used as sign bit, that is the most significant bit MSB. The remaining n-1 bit is used to represent the value or magnitude of the number. So, in this type of representation, we have only a reduced range of numbers. Why? Because you know that if there are n bits, one bit is exclusively for sign bit. So now there are only n-1 bits for our various numbers, various values. So 2 raised to n-1 minus 1 combinations are obtained. So in the case of sign magnitude representation, the most significant bit represents the sign of the number. The remaining bits represent the value of the number. So the number of options we have is get reduced. Now we can see some examples. Here you can see an 8-bit number. In this 8-bit number system, suppose we have to convert positive 47 to its corresponding binary. So, in the 8-bit representation, this number is represented like this: 00, 10, 11, 11. These two represent binary system. Okay. So, the MSB, the most significant bit is this one. This is 0. This MSB 0 means then this number is positive. So this looks like this. This part represents the magnitude 47, whereas this bit represents the sign of the number. This is 0, so the number is positive. Okay, now suppose we have to represent minus 47. So in this case, minus 47 is represented by binary as 10, 10, 11, 11 based on 2. Here what happens? The most significant bit is 1. That means this number is a negative number whose magnitude is given by this. This number represents 47. So minus 47. Hope that all of you get how to represent a number using sign magnitude system. The number in the case of n bit of numbers, the most significant bit is exclusively for sign bit. The remaining bits used to represent the value or magnitude of the number. Okay. Now, what are the limitations of this sign magnitude system? Here, we already found that we have only lesser options. That means lesser range of numbers because we have only 2 raised to n minus 1 minus 1 options. So, in the case of an n-bit system, it provides numbers varying from minus 2 raised to n minus 1 minus 1 to 2 raised to n minus 1 minus 1. As an example, suppose there are 4-bit system. There is a 4-bit system. In that case, the unsigned number system, we have 0 to 15 choices. But in the case of sign magnitude system, we have only minus 7 to plus 7 representations. Another disadvantage of sign magnitude system is there are two types of representations for 0. That means if we write 0 in binary form, the leftmost digit can be 0 or 1. If it is 0, plus 0. If it is 1, minus 0. But we all know that there is no 0 like positive 0 and negative 0. These two zeros makes confusion in the processing of computers and other digital devices. That is the another disadvantage or limitation of sign magnitude system. So we can check how to do these type of problems. For that, write the following numbers in signed binary format. Sign magnitude system we already learned. So using the sign magnitude system, try to write these numbers. If you could write these numbers properly, you can make sure that you can understand the sign magnitude system. Now, we already found that there are certain limitations for our sign magnitude system. So, we have another method which is known as ones complement method. In this system, the positive number remains unchanged, but the negative number is represented by taking one's complement of the unsigned positive number. Remember what we have to do. The signed positive number remains unchanged, but in the case of negative number, the unsigned positive it is represented by one's complement of the unsigned positive number. So what is this one's complement? Positive numbers always starts with 0 and negative number with 1. We already found that our system, if in the case of sign magnitude system, the leftmost bit is 0, it is positive. If it is 1, it is negative. So, 1's complement of 1 is 0 and 1's complement of 0 is 1. So, to represent one's complement method, we can implement or we can use inverters in the logic circuits. By changing each bit in a positive number, we can get its negative number. For example, 0 1 1 0 1 0 1 0 is a number and its negative number is given by 1 0 0 1 0 1 0 1. The unsigned number get inverted to the binary form, one's complement form. This represents its corresponding negative number. Now, what is the one limitation for this method? As we already found in the case of sign magnitude system, here also we have two representations for 0, such that 0 0 0 0 and 1 0 0 0 0. So this makes a confusion within the system. Complicated operations get confused by the device. Now we implement another method to overcome these difficulties. This method is called two's complement method. In this case, this method is used to represent the negative binary numbers. As earlier we found that a positive binary number is represented by unsigned binary numbers. Similar here also, a positive binary number is represented by the same unsigned numbers. But a negative binary number is represented by a number which is added to its positive counterparts, results 0. That means here the negative number is represented by 2's complement of its positive number. How can you find out the 2's complement? It's a simple procedure. We want to just invert or take one's complement of the unsigned positive number. Then add 1 to this number. This gives us 2's complement of the number. So, suppose we want to convert -5 we want to represent -5 using 2's complement scheme in 4-bit representation. All of you know that 5 has binary representation 0 1 0 1. This is the unsigned representation of the positive number. Now we want to take its one's complement. It is given by 1 0 1 0. Here 0 changes to 1 and 1 changes to 0. So 0 1 0 1 changes to 1 0 1 0 like this. Now to get the 2's complement we have to add 1 0 1 0 plus 1. 1 0 1 0 plus 1. This gives us 1 0 1 1. Adding the number with its 2's complement, we get 0. Like that, 0 1 0 1 plus 1 0 1 1 gives us zeros 0 0 0 0. Okay, so we already found that a number, a positive number added with some other binary number gives you 0. The number is called its negative. That is the procedure we applied here. Our number is 0 1 0 1. If we add 2's complement of this 0 1 0 1 to this one, we get 0. So the negative 5 is represented by 1 0 1 1. 1 0 1 1. What are the advantages of 2's complement? Here we have only one representation for 0. No positive 0 and negative 0. Only one type of representation. Similarly, it is easy to generate the 2's complements of a binary number. So, arithmetic operations can be performed easily using 2's complement format. Hope that you can get the point. 2's complement has only advantages, whereas the sign magnitude system and 1's complement has their own limitations. Okay, so now we can conclude our lecture because we already learned in this lecture that we can represent positive and negative numbers in binary using three methods. First one is sign magnitude system. Second one is ones complement system. Third one is two's complement system. If you learned all these properly, you can do the problems and assignments after these portions. Go through them and find out corresponding answers. Do these problems properly and verify that you learned everything correctly. Try to answer questions in this slide. This helps you to remember what you learned in this lecture. Thank you.